2008, September 8, 2008. My name is Alberto Gonzalez, I'm right over here. It's been kind of like my vision to open up a Cuban place that is cozy and kind of resembles my hometown. I was born in Cuba. I came from Cuba in 1980 on the Maria boat lift. I don't know if you ever watched the movie Scarface, but I didn't kill anybody till I got to this country. So I came from Cuba in 1980 on the Maria boat lift with my family. This picture right here, it's my family looking at Cuba for the last time. So it's called La Salida, and that's me sitting right there, just kind of looking at my last view of Cuba. And the floors, everything has a meaning in the creation of 90 Miles. 90 Miles is just not a place that if you take all the art and the pictures out and you can turn it into an Italian restaurant or any type of restaurant. 90 Miles has its own character. That's what I think we accomplished very well. Everything that you see here has a direct impact in my life. Like right here, if you look at this, these are doors that I created, that I created tables out of it. And it kind of shows you how resourceful Cubans are. They kind of have to live with what they have. I live close to a Jewish cemetery in Cuba, and those gates right there, they have the Star of David. So it's kind of like a childhood memory. Everything on the menu, I love everything on the menu. What we sell the most, and it's one of my favorites as a kid, it was the fricassé de pollo, which is kind of like a stewy chicken fricassé. It's got potatoes, it's got carrots, it's got some white wine, and it's like a stew of chicken, and it's delicious with black beans and rice and sweet plantains. That's my to-go dish. Cuban food is a fusion of Spanish food and African food. So everything that you will have in this menu has some sort of Spanish influence. But one of the things that we have that I think is very close to the Spaniards is we have a choripan, which is which is Spanish chorizo, and we make it with vegetables on top of a piece of bread. So it's delicious. It's called choripan. Well, Chicago, I'll tell you a story. It's actually it's a love story that turned out into 90 Miles. My wife went to visit Miami in 1991. How I like to call it, she went fishing to South Florida and she caught me and she brought me here. I like to believe that, but I think it was the other way around. And I ended up here in Chicago, and I pretty much just established myself here. And I was in the mortgage business prior to getting into the restaurant business. So in 2007, when everything started falling apart, I needed to reinvent myself. So we had just come from celebrating our honeymoon in Spain. And Spanish food, Cuban food is kind of like a fusion of African and Spanish food. It's kind of like the same ambience that we have in Cuba. It's pretty much what we have in Spain. It's small little places with a lot of character. So I brought those ideas and my grandmother's recipes, and I put 90 Miles on Clybourne. That was my first establishment. Then we opened this one about 3 months later, and now we're opening our third location in Lincolnwood.